Happy Mars Day, everybody. It's Woo, and today I wanted to talk about, it's Mars Day, so yeah. So, come yesterday, I want to say around 4:04 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Mars, known for its action and impulsiveness and sometimes aggression, moved into one of the signs that it rules over. It moved into Scorpio yesterday. Scorpio is a water sign. It is fixed, and it has a feminine quality. In one of my last videos, I was talking about like how the zodiac signs have like different qualities when it comes to masculine and feminine. And Scorpio will fall under the feminine qualities, I guess you could say. So, yeah, especially as a water sign. So, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, they all rule the emotions. So, water literally runs deep, especially when it comes to Scorpio. So, looking at my handy dandy notes, I'm laying down. So boom, yada yada yada. Mars enters Scorpio yesterday, 4:04 a.m. It will stay in Scorpio. Usually, I think when it comes to Mars signs, they last maybe a month and some change at most. So this will be staying in Scorpio until November the 4th. After that, it will move into Sagittarius. I, of course, as always, when it comes to like certain certain astrological events, I guess you could say, I like to just jot down notes. It's easier to navigate what I would like to talk about when I make videos and stuff. So I have of course, when I researched the natal chart and everything, I was able to pull up and see like what was going on the moment Mars entered Scorpio. So from what I was able to see, Mars at the time was squaring Pluto. So, Pluto is in Aquarius right now. Pluto is a generational planet, and it can take years, like I mean literal years, just for like, I want to say like at least 2 decades, maybe more, just for Pluto to move to throughout each sign. So Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for quite some time, at least for the next 20, 30 years or so. So yeah, Pluto being in Aquarius, we know Aquarius, they have outside of the box type of energy, unique, eccentric, weird. I love them, love those weirdos. My partner is actually an Aquarius, so But so yeah, Pluto in Aquarius is at 1 degree right now, so it's gonna take some time for it to even go to the next degree. And with that, Pluto usually comes with like death and rebirth. Something usually must come to an end before something can begin type of energy. Especially because Pluto rules over Scorpio when it comes to modern astrology. So, I like how the planets and everything, how they connect to each other in certain ways. So, and of course, Scorpio and Aquarius, they're of the same modality, so they will be squaring each other. So that's what's going on in regards to that transit, as well as Scorpio is now sextiling Venus in Virgo. At the time of me pulling up the natal chart, Venus in Virgo was at 3 degrees. And I know it just entered Virgo. It's probably haven't even been in the sign of Virgo for a week yet. So I think it's interesting, just kind of like how, Venus is about love and beauty and like the arts and everything, and like how you show yourself and like others love. And, with Mars being an action oriented planet, just kind of like actually, I feel like the message would necessarily, well, not necessarily, I feel like the message would be that, in order to want more for yourself, to do better, and to reach a certain point of your life where you feel a sense of accomplishment, success, and of course everyone's success is determined by themselves. Like no one else can determine that for you. So I feel that it's like, hey, yeah, some things are going to have to change in order for you to make moves. Whatever those moves may be, that is entirely up to you, but in order to do so, we got to start moving different. Got to start moving different. Like our old ways are no longer working. They haven't been working. And a lot of times our ways of doing things are literally just passed down from like our biological family and people that we were in connection with for too long who were not the best choices for us, and all of that, friendships, all of that, jobs, all of that, like how we are all moving as a people is not working. We gotta switch it up. We gotta do something different. And I feel that when it comes to Venus and Virgo usually is not. It's known to not be that great of a placement. My best friend has Virgo and Venus, and they're amazing. So but I know like just in general, like when it comes to like taking the humanity outside of that placement is known to have a difficult time because Virgo is known to be very meticulous, nitpicky at times, and very judgmental. They can be. Can they be supportive and loving and nurturing? Yes, absolutely. However, they can also be picky and judgmental and very critical of not only themselves and others. So when it comes to love, romance and partnerships, it can have a difficult time of how that love and care is expressed. So of course it requires a lot of effort. And this is of course just with any placement that is not so great. Like, if a certain sign doesn't do well with a planet, then yeah, the extra effort has to be placed into that placement in order for, you know, you to, move on with life and have certain connections and everything, regardless of like having that placement or any placement for that matter that's so called not so great. So yeah, you know, Virgo is also known for like, you know, self care when it comes to like taking care of your body, like doing yoga and stretching and eating right, because Virgo rules the sixth house, which is about your health and your routine and stuff like that. So I think overall, the message I'm getting is putting in the effort, making moves, may even have to keep some moves on the hush hush on the down low because Mars is in Scorpio and Scorpio can be very secretive. So there may be some things you need to keep to yourself for a minute until you can actually until it actually like you're seeing it happen, like it's set in stone already. Yeah, you might have to keep that shit under wraps for a minute. And that's okay. However, definitely everyone should be focusing on making their dreams become true so they're no longer dreams, and of course making sure that they're taking care of themselves. Love yourself, falling in love with yourself, making sure that you take care of yourself first so that care for others can follow, so yeah, that is what I gathered so far. I hope that everyone is enjoying their Mars day, and I'll see what other topic I'll come up with next.